welcome and welcome back. So I am really excited for today because I don't know what's happening. So obviously I collect dolls, I talk a lot about dolls online. My fiance is very tolerant of me. He tries to support me in every way that he can, but he is not a doll fan. So, being that he doesn't really know anything about dolls beyond the snippets that I talked to him about, I thought it would be really fun to have him go to the store and buy me a doll. He doesn't know necessarily like anything about articulation or different brands or anything like that, so I just thought it would be interesting to send him to the store with the mission of buying me a doll, ideally one that I would actually like, and just kind of see what he gets and if it's up to my admittedly pretty high standards. So that is what is hiding under this towel, is a doll that I don't know what it is, and we're gonna just do a little reaction and then unboxing for you. So this is the part that I was excited for. I get to see what it actually is. Okay, wait. Okay, he's behind the camera, so if I look like off, that's why. Wait, I actually almost bought this.
Really?
Let me show it to you so that it's one of the Barbie extras from the first wave. I'm waiting on the second wave because I'm excited about one of the dolls for that. But I almost bought her when the first wave came out.
So there's a 1 on the box?
I don't even... Oh, yeah. But you did so good!
Yeah, I thought you said just Barbie. So I went to the Barbie aisle and they all looked boring. Except that one. And I said, it's eccentric enough, I'll pick it up.
All of the other Barbies look boring. Honestly, you're not wrong necessarily. I'm so impressed, though, that you know my taste. Because, like, I
it's
literally...
a colorful scarf. What else was I supposed to
That's a
say?
jacket.
Something.
I'm very excited, though! Well, Barbie Extra, very late review, I guess is what we're gonna do. What a cutie. She was absolutely my favorite from the first line. I just think her hair is so exciting, and then the jacket obviously is lovely and ostentatious. So, I'm gonna unbox her, and we'll go to a flat lay, which I haven't had to do in a while. It's very odd, but we'll go for that, and I'll tell you my thoughts about her. Alrighty, so because this doll is kind of an older release, you know, I know plenty of people have already done in-depth reviews and everything on her. I'm not gonna go super in-depth, just kind of touch on the things that I think are most important. So, first of all, her hair, absolutely glorious. I think that the texture on the kind of puff buns is absolutely incredible. The braids are really pretty, long and soft, so absolutely love that. Her face, gorgeous, no complaints there. I like her earrings a whole lot, but I am, like, kind of confused as to why they would give her necklace a much more fake-looking gold when they gave her earrings such a, like, realistic gold, if that makes sense. This is very metallic. This is just kind of a cheaper quality, and I don't know. I don't get the mixing and matching of that. I'm not a huge fan. It could be a lot worse, but first critique. I do love her outfit. I think that the fabric is pretty nice. I like the long sleeve and the little bands. Super cute. I will say her legs, you can definitely see on here, have this weird band where they're like shinier at her thighs, like her upper half of her thighs, and then the lower is a different level of matte. So I'm a little confused about that, but it's okay. She also is nice and articulated, which is different for Barbie. They don't make a ton of those, so I do really appreciate that they gave this line articulation. Her shoes and her little socks. I love the shoes and socks. Tony was not such a big fan, but I think it's really cute. I do love the glitter on her shoes. Personally, I could have gone for even more glitter, but I also know that for parents of kids who are buying this, that would be very irritating. So, I get it. She's cute, though. Overall, base doll, really lovely. Extremely happy with her. Then her coat here. Oh, luxurious, gorgeous. The fake fur is not the softest fake fur I've ever felt, but it is plenty soft. The colors are really nice and vibrant. I have one little string in mine. Ooh. He's gone now. Not even a big deal. It's not, like, structurally causing any problems, so all good there. And it is lined. It is a little crinkly, but has a liner to it, which I think is nice so that when you can kind of see some of the inside when she's wearing it, it doesn't look weird or unfinished. Then she came with this little ring, question mark, but it goes across all of her fingers. I think that it's just meant to be like a really big, ostentatious ring. I like the concept. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but it could be a lot worse. I'm like on the fence between thinking it's cool and thinking it's kind of weird, so I don't really know. The shades say Shine Bright on them. I will say that personally they're not my style, but I do think that the execution is really nice. So I can't really fault them for that. And then she has this little cloud purse. It doesn't open or anything, but as far as levels of detail go, I would much rather her have this nice detailed outfit than have a functioning purse, like if I had to pick one or the other. And I do like the concept of the cloud. I think that's a really cute, like, shape for a bag. Then we have the dog. Like most other people who are buying this as like a collector's doll, not as a play doll, I'm not really in for the dog. I do think it's cute that you can take off her sunglasses, but could have done without the dog, not gonna lie. Especially like she's got this little bag, and for some reason the dog's bag works, but the doll's bag doesn't. I'm a little confused. And then lastly, dog came with these 3 little pink bones, which to me, it's cute. However, I will say that for any kids, that's absolutely a hazard. They are very similar to Nerds, the candy. So, I don't know about that decision as far as like a playline doll. That being said, overall, I'm kind of like listing my critiques here, but I do think that she is like vastly better than most Barbies that are currently on the shelves. Tony doesn't even know anything about doll quality really, but he did pick a good one. So kudos to him for that. I do think, yeah, she just is much better quality. I'm really happy with her. I'm happy with her articulation. I'm happy with her design, especially the base. You know, like, maybe I could switch out the shoes or the coat if I wasn't feeling it. I don't have to put on the sunglasses. But I'm glad that the base doll feels so quality. So, very, very excited with her. So yeah, guys, that is kind of all of my thoughts and opinions on this Barbie's extra doll. I do feel kind of bad that she doesn't have a name because, I don't know, I just feel weirdly guilty that I can't address her by anything other than this doll. But I do think she is super cute and super fun. Definitely the best Barbie that I've owned since I was like a child, which, to be fair, I haven't owned a ton, but we all know how Mattel's overall quality is. But I'm very happy with her. I'm excited to see how Wave 2 goes. My fiance Tony did a really good job picking this out. I'm very impressed that he knew my tastes enough to be able to get a good one. So thank you, babe. Appreciate that. But yeah, I hope that this was a interesting concept for you because it was definitely a fun experiment for me. I hope that you guys have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be. And I will catch you guys next week in the next video. Bye, y'all.